Hello friend, in our previous lecture we learned how to create super user and also any other type of user in Django admin panel. We also learn how to approve or how to register our model in Django admin framework. Today we will learn how to create template in Django. Let's go to the setting.py. In setting.py, here this is a template list. In this template list, this is the key here dirs. So dirs key is pointed to a blank list. As per the Django documentation, this blank list actually pointing to a location inside our application folder. What is our application? Our application is my API. So we will go inside my API. So inside this is my API. So if I go inside this my API, there is no such folder named template. So we need to create a folder whose name must be templates. So let's create a folder here whose name must be similar to templates. So this indicate whenever we are rendering any HTML file, this will Django automatically search inside this templates folder. So to make it clearly distinguished from other application, so let make another folder inside it. Let it be my API. So my API, it is a folder which need to be distinguished from other application. So we are only one app here, my API. So this app, so this folder is created to make it distinguish that this whatever we are putting inside this folder, this must be for this my API. This is for a clear differentiation from other API or other application. Okay, for clear understanding, let I am going to the view here. So if I go inside my view, where is the view? Yes, here is the view. Suppose here I am opening my form. Okay, so in my form, look, it is the returning value is rendering output of a HTML file. But what is the location? My API. That means this location is directly searched inside our templates folder. So inside the templates folder, this thing will be searched. So that means it will go inside the my API folder, then it will go inside the my form.html. So we need to create a template inside my API. Okay, I think this is clear. So in Django way of HTML file creation, let's first create a basic HTML file. Then when that means this basic HTML file have the common this basic HTML file actually having the common feature which required for all other web pages. Okay, so the basic then whenever necessary we will extend this basic to other HTML file as per our requirement and do some necessary modification in there and use it as per our own requirement or as per the page requirement. So let's go inside this my API, create it, and then save it in a save as basic HTML, basic dot HTML. Okay, so now a HTML file is created. Now this .txt file is not necessary, let delete it. So it is the basic HTML file. Let open it in a Notepad++. So though I have already completed this project, I am copying code from my original project and pasting here. So now this is the complete basic.html. So here look, so the navbar is common for all the web pages, and if you change any style, then you have to put the code inside this block CSS. If you change the title, then you will put this put the changes in the inside this block title. Similarly, the body also having a block, and the JavaScript also having a block. So this basic HTML actually provide a template for other web pages for easy design. So the common feature we are importing from this basic HTML to our required web pages, and whenever we require any changes, then we go inside this block. So let's open this basic HTML in our browser. You will get a yes. So this is the basic HTML file, and this thing is common for all other web pages. So this basic HTML can be extended to the required web pages. For that, Django provide a concept known as dry. So this dry concept allow you to minimize the code. So for that, if you want to create a web pages which is very much similar to this basic web pages, so we just need to extend this basic to our required web pages. For that, here I am creating another web pages here. Let us start HTML. You can clearly see in here if I am opening it. So here look. So first what I am doing here, I am extending the basic HTML file here. Okay, I am extending the basic HTML file to this status HTML. So in status HTML, first thing is I am going to extend this basic HTML file. Then if we fill in any change required, then what you will do? In case of basic HTML, we are creating block. So here look, this is a title block. So obviously different web pages having different title. So depending upon that, the status web page having some different type of title. So this block I am copying here, and here I am pasting. So inside this block title, what I am putting here? Status of your loan. That means the title of the status HTML changes to status of your loan. Similarly, if I change the status to some other thing, suppose XYZ, then title become XYZ. So though we are not going to change any style, so this block CSS is blank. That means whatever style we have, same style is maintained in our status HTML. Similarly, the body, in our body we are only adding a value, adding a h1 tag here. Status of your loan is this is a dictionary value importing from our views that I am going to cover in next 1 or 2 classes. So similarly, this is another block which will confine the code JavaScript. So similarly, this way you can minimize the code, and this principle is known as your dry, DRY. So DRY means do not repeat yourself. So your code need not to be repeated. So you are here, what you are doing? You are simply minimizing the code. So you are avoiding any repetition of code. So Django provide this much of facility to the developer. So in a similar way, I am going to create another two HTML file, namely MyForm and MySite.html. These two are also extended from basic. So if I open this MySite, it is also extended from basic HTML. Yes, it is extended from basic HTML. Similarly, if I open MyForm, this is also extended from basic HTML, and here we are putting many more changes. Okay, so up to this, what we have covered, suppose whenever you are putting this endpoint status, it will go inside the views. Where it will go? Views. It will go inside the views and call the function status. So it will go inside the views and call the function status, and the status status return a rendered output to status.html. So this will go inside the by default I am telling you whenever the default template directory, it will go default template directory, and in this template directory it will go to the folder my API, and inside this my API it will search a HTML file namely status.html. So this status render will go inside the template file, template folder, and inside the template it will go inside the my API, then it will go to the status.html file.